Hello and welcome back to another video. This video is a little bit different to normal. I say a little bit, a very lot different to normal. But nevertheless, this is going to be awesome. So pretty much, I was scrolling down TikTok, must have been about 3-4 weeks ago now. And I saw something called Earth 2, which is this website here. Now, gutted for me, when I first saw it, I tried to go onto the website, but the website didn't work. I did actually watch a couple of videos today because I wanted to get back into it and really take another look at it. And pretty much, it worked. And I managed to get some properties, which we'll go on to, well, some land, which I'll get onto a little bit later. But little did I know, if I'd just waited and been a bit more patient a couple of weeks ago, I probably would have been able to get them for a hell of a lot cheaper. But I suppose the best time is now, and we can't dwindle on the past, but it is what it is. So this is Earth 2. Pretty much what this is, and for the best of my understanding, which is what I'm going to try and give you guys as sort of best as possible, and this is like a really beginner's, not really tutorial, but just an explanation of what Earth 2 is, and we'll go into a little bit further into sort of what Earth 2 is and how to purchase land and things like that. It's very, very straightforward. I didn't think it was going to be that straightforward, but it is. Pretty much I'll give you a quick rundown of what Earth 2 is. Pretty much, Earth 2 is almost an ideology at the moment for a VR game that I think that they're in the midst of creating. And this VR game basically is going to be one-to-one scale of the world. And basically you can almost do whatever you want to do in the normal world, in this world. A bit like if you've ever seen the film Ready Player One. If you've not seen that film, I really highly recommend it. It's one of the best films I think I've ever seen. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. But it's basically that, from what I can gather. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you guys through the ideology on their website. Now, this is completely up what they're saying. I've read through this, so you guys can sort of pause the video now and read through their mission statement, which basically just goes through what I've just explained, just a little bit more into detail. So I'll give you a second to read that now. Okay, now you've read that. Basically, that is literally what I just explained. Like, it's pretty much a simulation of real life in a game, which is awesome. And I think, to be fair, I was trying to plan that when I was like, I must have been 11. I had a massive flipping folder full of stuff that I was trying to plan, but I never ended up going through. Anyway, guide. Next thing underneath here is their approach. Earth 2 was created because there needs to be a central platform which over time brings together all key VR. Basically, like I said, like all in all, they're looking to create a VR world, and this is basically, you basically purchase land through this. Anyway, so phases at the moment, we are in, oh, by the way, guys, if you want to read this, I'll give you a second to read it. Fine, fair enough. Next one is phases. From time to time, we'll release information about upcoming phases. There are a number of initial phases which are not listed here due to confidentiality, whatever. Basically, you get the point. We currently at the moment are in phase 1, where you are able to claim land. And that is what I'll be showing you today. Phase 2 is resources. Again, I'll go a little bit more into detail with that a little bit later. But for now, let's go into actually claiming some land. I've put a little bit of money into my account, other than the money I've already got in my account, which is here, which is all my other properties I currently have, which I'll show you in a moment. And this is the money that I'll be using today just to show you guys sort of how to do it and sort of how to buy stuff, and then we'll run through what things you should be buying. But I'll buy just something just to show you guys what to buy for the moment. So currently we're in Kingston upon Thames in England, and let's just buy something. Let's buy this plot of land here, because I know for a fact they're doing works on this bit of land here. We're not going to buy all of that, so let's just clear selection. I'm going to that wasn't even English. I'm only going to buy one piece of square here just to show you guys how to buy it. So literally you just hit the square, double tap it, and then go, once you hit on the square, or not, apparently not. So click on the square, click on the square. Are you really going to do this to me? Good, right, click on the square, and then it will come up with that thing at the top there where it said details. Hit details, and then you'll come to this, and then you just hit buy now. You can put a referral code in here. By the way, guys, what I am going to do is I'm going to give you guys my referral code. I'm going to leave it down in the description below. That gives you money off. That gives you, I think it's 5% off. Also, you guys can go in and get your referral codes as well and share them about. And then you'll also earn from their referral codes. But yeah, I would highly recommend using a referral code. I'm not going to right now just because my referral code is in my settings, and I'm not going to go into my settings to get it because my email address and other details are in there. So I'm just going to leave the referral code for now. But once you've done that, just hit pay with account balance, or you can pay with PayPal or PayPal credit. Basically, what I've done, you can go into your settings. Again, I'm not going to show you just because there's confidential information on there. I could cover it up, but I want to get this video out as quick as possible. So I want to make the editing as slow as possible. So I'm not going to do that. Basically, go to the up here and then just go to profile. And then in profile, you can top up your account and then put a certain amount of money in. It just makes it quicker. You can do it through there. But yeah, so I'll just buy that square. Once you've done it, boom, that's it, done. You've bought your square. Now, what kind of plots of land should you guys be buying? Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So, the things I would recommend you guys to buy, and obviously this kind of contradicts, but doesn't really contradict what I just did here. I would recommend buying high value foot traffic places, if you like. So I'd be buying big attractions like Disneyland, the London Eye, the Shard. I'll headbutt the mic. The Shard, Central London, things like that. Places where there's going to be a lot of foot traffic, because you've got to think about it. When the game's released, that is going to be where everyone's going to go, and obviously if you're owning land there, again, parks, supermarkets, monuments, things like Buckingham Palace, the Eiffel Tower, things like that. They're the best places to buy if they've not already been snatched up. Yeah, again, one thing I'm going to run back to is if we go back to the ideology, you'll see phase 2 is resources. So what you got to think about here is I want you guys buying places that have high resources, gold, silver, diamond, things like that. Because once the game's released, if you read through here, resources will be released. So if you've already got a place in a diamond mine, for example, then I think you're going to be first snag for them resources already, because you currently own the land on them anyway. Again, guys, really think outside the box with this, because it isn't something that you can sort of just go in and hammer a load out, because like what I was doing earlier when I was going through, what you'll notice is if I go to Central London, for example, what you'll see here, so here's the London Eye. What you'll see here is if I zoom in, when it zooms in, it takes a while to load, you'll notice it's already, the whole thing's just been snagged. Like everything's already been snagged. So you've got to really think outside the box here in terms of what you're buying. So I'll show you my portfolio currently. Let me just work out how to get to it. 2 seconds. Okay, so I can go to my portfolio without showing any information. So it's not your profile to go to get your promo code. It's in settings. Sorry about that. So my portfolio at the moment, I have my one plot in Kingston. I bought it. That's great English. I bought a few plots in Kingston bus station, Cromwell Road bus station, because again, bus station, foot traffic, a lot of it. I bought a little tiny square in Nine Elms because it's developing. West Hill, I bought that because it's my whole... Well, no, actually, I bought M&S here. No, I didn't. I'm lying. I bought Southwood's train station. Again, train station, a lot of foot traffic. Here, I bought one tile in on the Thames Barrier. Again, it's a popular destination. Seaton, I bought this. This is in Devon, so I think this will be snagged up soon. I also used to live here, so I bought it for Bants. This is a penthouse. I bought that because, again, a lot of traffic, and that's the only penthouse in that area. I bought a couple of squares in Barley, I bought a few squares. I believe this is in France. Yeah, this is in the Alps. Erin told me to buy this. Erin's my girlfriend, by the way, if you don't know. I bought a couple of squares on Wandsworth Common, basically on the prison, because again, chances are that once the game's rolled out, that's where a lot of foot traffic's going to go and things like that, and where's going to make money? Prisons. So more in Southfields. I used to live in Southfield, so I think this is, I bought a couple of squares down one of my old roads that I used to live on. I also bought some squares over Marks and Spencer's. I bought a couple of squares in Clapham Junction, and I bought a couple of squares on the roundabout in Nine Elms, because I know that there's a big development going on there. So you'll see what I mean when I say about my portfolio, like what the things I've been buying is high value things, like stuff that I know is developing and stuff like that. As you can see at the moment, I bought this like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. I've already gone up $68, $68, which again doesn't look like much, but it is still increasing in value. One thing I will show you as well. Here it is, sorry. But along here at the top, you can see where's going up in percentage at the moment. As you can see, United Kingdom is 8,922%. The thing is the reason I'm buying in at the moment is because I'm not about to risk another Bitcoin mistake. So I would definitely recommend buying in. Like, it's only £9. Like, at the end of the day, you're not going to lose out if you spend like £18 on it. And for example, that could go up anywhere above, you know. So it's like at the moment, the United States is on 39 per plot per square of land, and United Kingdom's on 902. Do you know what I mean? So you may as well just buy into it now, and worst comes, like, you're not going to lose any money because there's still people buying in. At the moment, you can still buy plots in. So look, if I show you this, so basically, if I zoom in, maybe not here because it's a bit of a busy location. If I zoom into here, you can buy squares directly from Earth 2 rather than having to buy them from people. Now, if you want to buy them, what I'll do is and then details, and then you can see the sale is through Earth 2. Now, what you can actually do, and I haven't messed about with this yet, so again, this is completely on you guys, is you can actually go to the marketplace and purchase already bought tiles off of people on the marketplace. So I would definitely recommend doing that if that's something you're interested in. At the moment, I'm sort of more just interested in buying the stuff that's not been taken yet. And then as time goes on and that increases in value, I plan to go in and buy properties off people. But yeah, all in all, I would definitely just recommend to get your foot in the door, buy a few squares, put like £100 into it or $100 or whatever into it, and just sort of see where you're at. Because at the end of the day, like I've said, you're not going to lose any money because there's still people buying into it and there's still squares available. So it's not like there's like an economy crash almost that can happen because the economy almost isn't established yet within it. So yeah, I'd highly recommend getting in, buying some tiles up, and then just sort of maybe just sitting on it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit on these tiles and see where they go in the next few years. But yeah, I thought I'd just run it through you guys because at the end of the day, it's a cool concept. I think it'll really work as long as it continues to go up in value. I think we're on the right path. As I say, it's all at your own risk, though. I'm not taking any responsibility for anyone coming in and sort of losing money, and I'm not saying that anyone will, but I just have to say that to cover my own back. Yeah, but other than that, if you've got any questions, please leave them in the description below. I know this video is a bit rushed and looks a bit tacky, but at the end of the day, I've just slapped it together so I can get the information to you guys out as quick as possible, because I'm not out here to try and make like a really high quality video. It's more to sort of like give you guys the information and things like that. But yeah, as I say, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if it's helped you, and drop me a comment and drop your little promo code in, and I will be using some of your promo codes. Yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a good evening. Peace. Good night.